Hey guys, it's Tim Esterdahl, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and if you know anything, you know my passion is trucks and SUVs. I got work trucks, I got Super Duties, I got all sorts of stuff going on. We're going to take and drive these around. I got a work truck video coming, I got an off-road video coming, I got a towing video coming. If you want to know about the new Ford Super Duties, the new diesels, the new Tremors, man, I got it. This is the channel for you. Get and hit subscribe, click the bell, and smash the like button. Talking trucks, talking Ford trucks, it's fantastic. And we're going to get started on all of that right now. Hey, it's Tim Esterdahl, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and you know my passion on this channel, and Elizabeth hasn't known this yet, but my passion is trucks and SUVs. And we're in a Ford F-550 with a dump truck.
That's right.
Which is basically like my 8-year-old coming out dream, right? Of being this big dump truck, right?
Who doesn't want to
exactly
roll around a dump truck?
So it's Elizabeth Kraft, she's the communications team, and I didn't want to go too detailed in this video, so Elizabeth, come on, let's just do this. Let's do this video.
Hi, everyone.
So we're what's great about this is the commercial truck, and we're doing a Super Duty drive, and we're just getting started. We have lots to talk about in this video. Lots of cool stuff to show you too. I'll show you some B-roll on the outside. You can see what this truck is, see all the details on it. But we just talked some new stuff this year. We have a new standard power takeoff through the diesel.
That's right.
We have this available gas, and we have what's crazy is it's 300 foot-pounds of torque in the power takeoff. Now I've done some farming, and we've did the corn at the silo and used the power takeoff and stuff like that. I think if we had 300 pounds, that corn would be flying up to the silo. Like it'd be. It's just be like a rocket. Sure. That's a lot of torque in just a power takeoff. I mean,
right.
There are trucks that cannot get 300 foot-pounds of torque, and you have it in power takeoff. So it's really incredible. So we have. I did the video. This truck goes as high as a Lariat trim, which is interesting. I think that customers now are ordering more and more features. When I go to dealers talk about commercial trucks, they're saying to commercial customers going, "I want power locks."
That's right, yeah.
I want power windows. I don't want to be like cranking. I mean, I have a 62. I crank. It sucks. Trust me. But the reality is when you're a work truck, you do want some comfort. You're in here all day long.
Exactly, yep.
We have been here for like 10 minutes, and I'm still comfortable. Right? She's still comfortable. So
yeah.
That's perfect. She just handed the keys, so I was going to start this up, and I thought this was interesting. We have a keyed ignition. This is a fantastic conversation piece for me because I keep finding this. So in work trucks, we have keyed ignition. In the non-work trucks, we have a push button. It's interesting. That is, you know what that is? That's truck jeopardy. That's the insider knowledge. Your friends are gonna be like, "Wow, how'd you know that?" It's fantastic.
It's true.
Anyways, but yes, we do. So we're gonna start this up. This is the 7.3. We said
the 7.3 engine. Yep. So we're in the Super Duty, the 2020 Super Duty 550, and this is the 7.3, our all-new 7.3 engine, and which has got best-in-class torque this year, and then we also have best-in-class payload for our chassis cabs. And
best-in-class sound, right? That exhaust note. I mean,
right.
come on. I was like,
that reverb. Yep.
I mean, come on. Look at that thing. Sounds awesome.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Oh, and we should be one little technical thing. We were talking about this earlier. The torque and horsepower rating on this, and I've been talking to the guys around this, is different than the other Super Duties. And there's a reason for that. Is that this is chassis dynoed, which is different than the engine dynoed, because the weight we're putting on this is different and where it's coming from. There's different warranties in this, and the durability. Mr. Mike Levine was talking about this. The durability expectations of the medium-duty customer is just different than the Super Duty customer.
Right, you're going to put more weight on the truck, right? So there's going to
and you can have it longer. Yeah.
Right. So we want to make sure that the engine is tested to the appropriate levels of the weight that you're going to be putting on the truck.
Right. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to drive off here.
Okay,
and
we're going to head left.
We're going left. I just feel like it's. Like I would drive this around town. Just what the hell? Go to McDonald's. You can probably go drive-through, right?
Yeah, I mean the 550 cab is very similar to what we've got for our Super Duties over here, our retail pickups. So familiar cab. It's easy to drive. Really comfortable, like you said.
Yeah, and I mean I got the bells and whistles I would need as a truck customer. Talking with some truck customers, they do like the bigger screen. One of the guys told me, he says, and I don't think this is. Well, you could probably do aftermarket as well. Does this have the backup camera, or do you have to take that off when you do the bed?
Right. So
yeah, you take it off when you do the bed.
The camera's removed, but there is aftermarket.
Right. And that screen's big enough that you could do aftermarket backup camera in that screen and still see your way back.
Right.
I've talked to some people that say that they really like they really want work trucks with a backup camera because, well, it's pretty darn handy. I don't know about you, but these trucks get bigger and bigger, and I get a little bit older and older, and
Sure.
backing them up isn't the most easiest thing it used to be anymore, and I need those cameras. They're kind of nice.
Yeah.
Although my father has one, he told me, he says, I don't like it. I said, why not? He says, I don't trust it. And I was like, what's not to trust? It's literally showing you what's behind you. Exactly. I'm like, what the hell? How do you not trust that? So we're going on. This is an amazing. They have a quarry here, by the way. We're doing real work at a real Ford event, which is, well, awesome, right? And we're going to load up.
You're going to load up. So we're going to pull up right in front of this yellow sign right here.
Okay.
And we've got our friend here on the right who's going to help load up the back of the dump and give us a weight of about 18,000 pounds.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the video. We're going to go film that.
Okay.
All right, sun's behind me. All right. Yep.
From about 14,000 to 18,000 pounds. So as you take off here and we start heading down the quarry, you'll be able to feel the difference in the suspension now that the vehicle's been laden a little bit more with the dirt.
Dear Lord, I hope so.
Yes.
That's a lot of weight.
Right.
14,000 to 18,000 pounds. So I should feel something. Oh, yeah. So it's going to ride, yeah, you feel the weight, but still it's comfortable. I wouldn't say that it's like, oh my gosh, it's struggling. I mean, I'm barely having any acceleration, very little throttle input. I'm actually coasting right now. Foot's off the gas. I'm doing 10 miles an hour. I coasted down the hill with the weight pushing me, but it's smooth, and I'm barely giving any throttle input, and it's working great.
It's a smooth ride. It's a smooth ride.
Wait, you know what's weird?
Give it a little bit of a go too.
We were talking about, we're using the word smooth ride and dump truck in the same sentence.
Who would have thought?
I know, right? I always thought this would be like, blah, 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 you know, I mean, be your backup, right? I mean, that's the thing.
We're gonna turn right here, right in front of this flag,
Okay.
and then head right up that hill
Yeah.
and turn left.
Okay, so we're doing, so these are the bumps. This is totally doable. All right. I'm like disappointed. I'm feeling like it should be like worse. Like it's like a, I know, it's like this is a letdown. It's too nice. Like what's going on these days? And I mean, this is an upfitter with a bed. So, you know, this is something you would buy this cab and chassis and have this done. I mean, that's how that stuff works. And that's why the commercial segment's so broad, is there's so many different versions and different ways you build these trucks.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you had mentioned, I mean, this is an important vehicle for the customer or for the driver because you're in it every day.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's your mobile office, so we want to make it comfortable for the customer, and we want to make sure that the driver has an experience where it's an ergonomic experience for the seat that you're in, so that you're not hurting your back or getting in and out of the vehicle. And 2020 Super Duty does a great job of that.
Yeah, no, I think that I'd have to agree with that. I'm having a hard
That's
time
good to
arguing.
hear.
I'm having a hard time arguing. This is an easy day. Okay, we're coming around here.
And then we're going to head straight back up.
Okay.
We're going to get rid of the weight in the back.
All right. So we did our job. We got our lunch pail. We're going home.
That's right.
She
It's
doesn't.
a long day.
She doesn't know what to make me yet. This is. If you don't have fun with this channel, there's tons of channels on YouTube. Go find that one. I have a blast doing this job. That's what's happening.
You got the easy to reach handle right here, and up she goes, spring loaded.
Okay.
So
So as far as service here, what do we got?
everything's in about the same location it's been on previous Super Duties. The air cleaner positioning is different. The air cleaner is now in front of the battery instead of behind it, and it's a little more accessible. You've got 3 tabs here, 3 clips here that you pop, pull this back out of the way, and the filter comes right out.
Okay.
All right, so that's for your air filter service. The normal service every 30,000 miles. I think severe duty, it's closer to 10,000 miles like we are out here. Okay, the oil dipstick is in the same location. You can see that yellow handle right there.
Yep.
Same ease of access. The coolant fill points are in the same location. Here's the fill point for the low temperature loop, and over here on the right is the fill point for the main high temperature cooling loop for the base engine and its accessories. For oil filters, we have those underneath the truck in the same location on the right-hand side of the engine as before. For fuel filter, we have the same filtration system as the outgoing product with 2 filters. Some of our competitors only have 1. We have 2. There's a 10 micron filter that's I'm going to go around over here for a minute. Tim, underneath the truck here is our primary is our main filter conditioning module with the water separator, and we also have the primary filter under there. And then up here on top, by the way, that primary filter's down to 10 microns. The filter here up on top of the truck, this is our secondary fuel filter right here that filters down to 4 microns, same as before. And this is all working with the new 2500 bar diesel fuel system. It's up from 2000 bar to give us capability for more power and better fuel economy with that extra pressure. And I should probably add that some people aren't familiar with that unit. 2000 bar is the same as about 30,000 psi. 2500 bar is about 38,000 psi.
Okay. And speaking of power and that kind of aspect and torque, you have the new power takeoff on this. You have the
Yes.
best in class.
Yes, so we've increased the torque rating. I apologize, I can't remember what the old one is, but the new one, we're up to 300 foot-pounds, and we expect our customers will be extremely satisfied with that option with these chassis cab style trucks.
And you know that 300 foot-pounds of torque is more than some trucks offer.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, when I first got out of school, the 6.9 liter engine made, I think it was 350 foot-pounds of torque.
Yep.
All right, so we're looking at the same PTO. It's about the same amount of torque as engines in the 80s were making. So it's been a huge improvement over my engineering career.
And I know we talked about this a little bit in the Super Duty, but not the commercial side. The commercial side, we still have the same regen cycle. We still have the DPF at the end of the cycle, right?
Yeah, so there are differences there. You remember when we were going through the off-road cycle in a pickup truck, the pickups have the soot filter at the back of the after-treatment system and the NOx after-treatment in the front. On the chassis cabs, because the emission cycle was different, it's more of a high load cycle. We've reversed the order because that higher load factor means the exhaust temperatures are higher, so it's more favorable to have the soot filter in front and the NOx after treatment in the back. So we reversed the order for these chassis cabs. So this truck and this dump truck over here have the after treatment in a different order. And that's not new for 2020. That's been that way since we launched in 2011.
All right. And hey, if you're watching this, that's TFL. Hi, TFL. That's what happens. What about urea usage, DEF usage?
Yeah, usage is really customer duty cycle dependent, just like it has been. And we expect that urea consumption on these 20 trucks, both chassis cab and pickups, will be very similar to what it was with the outgoing product. But you'll have the enhanced performance and fuel economy advantages that you've been seeing with these 2020 products.
Fantastic. Any transmission changes with this?
Yeah, new for this year, both for chassis cabs and for pickups, we have a new 10-speed torque shift transmission. And that allows the engine or the calibrators to position the engine speed exactly where it needs to be for optimum performance and fuel economy. And you've seen it on the drive out here, you've seen it here on the off-road course. It allows for seamless delivery of power from the engine through the transmission and to the wheels in both two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive applications. And in addition to that, gives you a little bit more fuel economy because it's a more efficient transmission than the outgoing product.
And that's the new heavy-duty version.
Yes.
How much difference is the heavy-duty version versus the, I guess, the Super Duty or the 10-speed that's in the half-ton?
Okay, there's a 10-speed that's in the gasoline half-tons. That's a completely different transmission. The only thing it has in common is they both have 10 speeds,
okay,
but they're completely different boxes. They're completely different. And the reason for that is their torque handling capability. For the diesel, it has to be able to handle 1,050 foot-pounds. For the gasoline versions, I think the maximum torque we see, which would be on the I can't remember exactly what the maximum torque on those applications are, but it's more in the 400, 450 foot-pound range.
Yep.
Okay, so there's more than twice as much torque difference, and that's why there's two different transmissions.
There you go, guys. There's my adventures driving the dump truck and doing some serviceability on the diesel engine, which service is always a big part of this channel. I always try to highlight that, pop the hood, things like that. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe and let me know actually in the comments below. I'm going to the Work Truck Show in Indianapolis here in March, taking a shot, trying to do some more commercials, see if you guys are interested in that stuff or not. So again, let me know in the comments below if you're interested in that. Make sure you follow along with the other videos on this channel. I got some more work truck stuff on this channel. I'll put some videos here and here. You can check those out. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.